زين يلا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all to our webinar on digital transformation. First, I'd like to highlight the 1st of December, which is the Bahraini Women Day. And on this occasion, I'd like to congratulate all the women in Bahrain for being inspiring, for being the motivator, and for being the pillar in Bahrain economy, transformation, education. I wish all women the best in their futures, and inshallah, yani, we'll see the youngsters to take the role of yours, inshallah. First of all, I'd like to thank our guest for attending the webinar. I'd like first to welcome Dr. Sheikha May, and we have Lulwa, Mrs. Lulwa with us. The webinar will be on digital transformation on the governmental sector. First of all, I'd like to introduce our guest. We have Director Sheikha May, Dr. May. She is the Director of the Geographical Information Systems Directorate at IGA. She holds a PhD degree in Innovation Management, and she has more than 16 years of experience in the ICT and GIS field, during which she led several national initiatives. Welcome, Doctora.
Most well. Thank you very much for having us. I'm honored to be part of this event. Thank you, Doctor.
And we'd like to welcome also Mrs. Lulwa Sami, and she's the Director of Communications and Marketing Directorate at Information and eGovernment Authority. She has 20 years, solid experience, mainly in digital communication, strategic marketing, and rebranding, as well as public relations. She holds MBA, and she has many professional certificates and active participation in the success of ICT projects in Bahrain. Welcome, Mrs. Lulwa.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for hosting me. It is my pleasure. I would like to thank the Bahrain Smart City Society for hosting us. It feels like visiting family from the faces that I see. We worked very closely with many of the board members and advisors throughout the years. It's a pleasure.
So we'll start with the main important question. Doctora, who are you, and how did you become the woman you are today as a pioneer woman in the sector of digital transformation?
Before I start that, I would like to raise the highest verses of congratulations to Her Royal Highness, the Princess Savicha bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of His Majesty the King, and the President of the Supreme Council for Women on the occasion of Bahraini Women's Day. And I would like to raise also the congratulations to all Bahraini women in the kingdom. I'm Mohammed Al Khalifa. I'm the director of GIS, as you've just mentioned. What made me a pioneer is my persistence since I started on giving the best I can to achieve, and my persistence to elevate my skill sets, whether they're soft skills, whether they're technical skills, in order to achieve more. One other thing as well is I always try to understand how what we achieve or how what we contribute really contributes to the Vision 2030. So that kind of connection is really important for me in order to achieve more. It's not the target of projects, but as well as targeting also other objectives within the projects that would contribute to it as well.
Lulwa, and can you tell us what made you a pioneer woman in your sector?
Well, can I give you a short story if it's allowed? I mean, this is how communications and marketing works out, to be honest. It tells the story. I would like to start to tell you how I started, first of all. I'm basically, as you made the introduction, I'm currently the Director of Communications and Marketing at the Information and eGovernment Authority. I've been working at the authority for the past 14 years within the communications and marketing arena. The story of becoming a pioneer is how my experience revolved around branding, marketing, digital communications, public relations, content in various industries that I've worked in, government, banking, telecommunications. Like any other women, I continue doing my best to excel at what I do. And for me, it's more of communication, as a communication professional, showcasing, let's say, the Kingdom of Bahrain's transformation and involvement in numerous sectors I've worked in. The story starts here. From being a fresh graduate, being a fresh graduate working in a small tech company, till today, where I am here sitting on this desk, to support the Kingdom's digital era. I started off with iNet Week. I don't know if everybody remembers that. I was a simple usher at an event. The University of Bahrain called me. It called its students who work in the societies to be at this event in the Internet of Bahrain, launching the Internet in Bahrain during that time. Mark my word, I'm not very old. So a group recognized my talent at that time. They were known as the Bahrain Information Technology Society, which most are, I can see on the board at the moment, of Bahrain Smart City Society. And some representatives from the Ministry of Commerce who started e-commerce in Bahrain at that time. They saw my enthusiasm. They asked me if I wanted to be part of Bahrain Internet Club. I joined it. I had no clue of what IT is. I was a major of management and marketing. I started with the club, the society, brought in members, researched, did articles. This led into my passion of event management. It kind of showed me that this is what I kind of like for my career. So being part of that committee, Internet Club, worked well while I was looking for a job. A small tech company saw me during the committee's activities and asked me to join them. Not an IT person, but to market the company's product, which at that time was Cisco. Cisco did not have an office in Bahrain. Cisco products. Yes, I marketed Cisco products, and at that time I did not know who Cisco was. Moving from a club, Internet Club, into Bahrain Internet Society. I'm coming to why I'm talking about societies. From participating in societies such as yours at the moment where we're speaking, I was able to recognize my talent that groomed me to become a great representative. The members of the society groomed me to become who I am today. I surrounded myself with tech people. This recognition, through this recognition, I started writing tech articles through the society. And this has led me to land my first job at the first telecom operator, which was Betelco at that time. And it's helped me build the career and the woman I am today. And from there, my career path took the lead. I started off through that interview I did for someone at Betelco while I was at the society, doing just a corporate social responsibility, let's say a volunteer work. It landed me my first job in the PR unit at Betelco, leading my career and journey into rebranding the company, entering markets and entering ICT markets to take over, to enter the telecom to enter the telecom market in those countries, to working with consumers, businesses, understanding the tech language, taking my career to investment banking, building that path, let's say, to different portfolios, still being an active member at a tech society, whereby I started being jury members of the Bahrain e-Content Award at that time. And through the Bahrain e-Content Award, I was headhunted to the Information and eGovernment Authority, to where I am today. So answering how I became a pioneer, it is all because of exploration. It is how I reached. I tried to strike a balance between work, social life, married life. I think I did good. I'm a strong believer in genuine networking. Through my networking in societies, it got me where I am today. My social responsibility and mainly dedication. It's not about something you get into and leave. And I believe I'm doing well, if this answers the question of how I reached into being a pioneer.
It's very inspiring to be frank with you. We really enjoyed the story. Sheikh May, Doctora, what are the challenges in the sector of digital transformation that faced you as a person and as a woman during your career?
I would speak as a person, not as a woman, because during my work experience, I have seen all the support during that time. In terms of challenges, I believe as a person, it's the digital transformation. The digital world is a fast changing world, especially in terms of technology. There are a lot of digital technologies which are considered frontier technologies, as they go to the market very quick. So the adaptation and leveraging those technologies within the right time is really challenging, as well as gaining the skill sets that could support in adopting and leveraging those technologies is also challenging, especially with a competitive market in the private sector.
So, as a digital transformation initiatives, what are the main challenges that are facing the digital transformation Bahrain as initiatives?
As initiatives, it's the adaptation of the digital technologies. Of course, there are challenges as well in adapting them, not only by the government, but as well as by the consumers, whether those consumers are users within public or as well as the private sector. So the adaptation is not only challenging within the government, but as well as adapting it within all the sectors. So those are some of the challenges we are facing, but hopefully as well they also bring out opportunities as well within the market itself. There are opportunities for job careers, there are opportunities for investments for the businesses. So those challenges could be turned into opportunities as well.
Mrs. Lulwa, what about you? What are the challenges that are facing you as a woman and as a person, and facing the initiatives that you are working on?
Well, in the beginning, I'll talk on a personal level. General, be it male or female. In general, life has several challenges. But as my colleague Sheikh May mentioned, some challenges are good opportunities to learn from. So can turn into opportunities that you can learn from. So this is why in the digital world, every day there is something new. And to me, when I first started within this digital transformation industry, technology will not wait for you. So sometimes when we had a crisis management, when I talk about crisis management in my language, in terms of digital transformation, is when, for example, the website goes down. The whole country is dependent on electronic services. So And sometimes it's down not because due to an issue that you have, it's something beyond the authorities' capability, so beyond the authorities' scope. So you have to wait. But sometimes technology will not wait for you. It will not wait for you to draft a press release. It will not wait for you to send out a message. The chaos will happen. And I had to learn how to, let's say, play the game before it starts, like before the crisis happens, contingency planning. Even with all the contingency that you have, there are a few challenges that you may face. Again, I would like to say a story in one of the challenges I faced during my tenure at the authority, which is one of the main key changes, digital transformation changer in the Kingdom of Bahrain. And we are very proud here to be part of this change as well. In 2017, when the government of Bahrain has announced the adoption of cloud technology, and the IGA the Information and E-Government Authority had to implement it. My personal challenge as a communication person was to explain it to the public, to the media, to my team, to what Bahrain is doing. It's not because it's not understandable. First, the challenge was, yes, I am in the ICT industry, but how am I going to explain it to the public? First, you have to understand it. So, it was a challenge for a week or two, but reading books about cloud computing, how it's supposed to happen, how is the change happening, and to translate this to the roads in Bahrain. So such little tech changes for me are a personal challenge, but when it comes to work as one team, everything is possible. Another challenge was during the merger that we had. Again, with any mergers that you have, there are different challenges. Again, they're all opportunities. But when you understand the market, this is the issue here. Is when we did the merger in 2015 as well, I had to understand it's not only about services, it's not about ICT. You had to understand, for example, what Sheikh Hamay was doing. GIS, you had to understand what the statistics team are doing. You had to understand how to handle a crisis or talk to a customer when the services, all that packaged was a challenge, yet an enjoyable one that kept us going.
Me myself, I came across some of the marketing initiatives you've done where you had the housewives marketing your digital services. Can you tell us about that and where did it come from, the idea?
This was one of my best projects, let's say 2021, 22, 2021, 22. This actually came after this idea was there for a while, is that when we started the digital transformation wagon, everybody had to come on that wagon, and that was a challenge. Not a lot of people want to go online. B, a lot of people want to still talk to people, and they don't want. It's not that they don't trust online. It's more of they still want to have a face-to-face or interaction. They don't want to talk to a machine, or they don't want a machine to do their work for them. So digital transfer, I mean, with the amount of services that we were pumping out to the public, the main challenge I used to face as a directorate or as a director in this sector was that not a lot of people are using the services, Lulwa. There are not many hits. Why are people still going to why people are still not going online? We're making it easier for them. So the idea was like, okay, if an old lady can do it, so can you. And I'm not saying that an old lady does not have the education. As we all know, Bahraini women is the first one who is educated. Bahraini woman is the one who runs the household. Bahraini women are the one who start their first businesses, the first nurse, this is it. So it came to me, it's like our mothers. The idea came, why not? It's our mothers. Why not utilize our mothers to do the services, to showcase to the youth who are supposed to use the services that it's a piece of cake? Or just don't be lazy. You can just do it by a click of a button. So as you mentioned, we took on We took the most randomly used services that any woman would need, be it she wants to start a business at any generation. She's retired, she's working, she's a teenager. You want to start a business, this is what you need to do. So we took the basic services that are, most wanted by citizens, and we created a marketing campaign, and it was a hit, as you can see. And I also did part 2 for it, hoping to do part 3.
We look forward.
Inshallah. And this picked up internationally, by the way, even with the GCC audience, how Bahrain has made even the elderly use digital services and government services.
It's very inspiring. The way you brought it up, it's very inspiring. And everybody was talking about it.
I'm happy. I'm very happy that.
Sheikha May, can you tell us about your environment, your work environment, your home environment, and can you highlight how women are empowered and if there are any initiatives around you for empowering women?
First of all, I would like to just emphasize around 44% of the executives within IGA are women, and 63% of the GIS Directorate are women. In terms of environment, when I joined IGA, back then it was CIO in 2006, I was a junior. And to me, that part of my life, I really appreciate all the support I got at that age, because as a fresh grad and a new employee, you're not really sure what to do to get all the experience and the skill sets you need to develop within at that part of your career. And I got all the support from the director back then, the chief back then, in terms of work experiences that made me grateful till today. Until today, I'm grateful for all the support I got. And when they look into investing into us, whether we're women or gentlemen within the environment, they look into people who are interested, who want to achieve, and develop and support them. So that kind of support has really helped me. I still have that experience, the support that is given to ladies within the IGA. Irrelevant. They look into what we call kafa'at. They don't look into whether the men are women. So that's on all levels, whether we're speaking about the leadership within the IGA, or we're speaking even among, like, we're talking about colleagues. That kind of environment is within IGA, and I do appreciate that. In terms of family or at home, I've been given all the support and from my family, and especially my father, since I joined IGA back then, 2006. I do remember every time I come back from work, my father would ask me, how was work? شلون العمل؟ عسى انجزتي اليوم، عسى بيضتي الوجه. So that I was so eager every day to come back and tell my father what I've achieved within a day, and that till today. I really appreciate all the support I got from him, especially, and my family in general.
Sheikha, Dr. May, يعني every father is an inspiring man for the daughter. It's
Yes.
always like that.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the most distinguished project you have led in your career?
I would say Binayat.
I would
And
agree.
because I would say Binayat.
She's the Binayat superwoman.
I would say Binayat because because of all the challenges we faced, whether the first phase time frame, or as well as I do remember when we started the project, we had a certain time frame to achieve with the resources we had. And as they mentioned, some said that it's impossible. So because it was impossible, it was very inspiring to achieve. We were eager to achieve it. And alhamdulillah, we were, with all the challenges we faced. I do remember at the last few days, I had to do the work of back then I was a chief of GIS process analysis. The project manager went on leave, so I had to take the role of a project manager. We stayed like even until 11 at night at work just to achieve it. At the last few days, even the tester got really sick and went on sick leave, so I had to even take that role. We went even to the level of even entering the data just to achieve it within the certain time frame. So as much as challenging it was, as much as it was inspiring, and as well as going through all the challenges that we went through as a team, as teams that work together. And that team was not only IGA team, it was an organizational team. It was a team that included several entities together that we worked as a single task force. All of that has given us a pride after achieving it. We're so proud of achieving it. We're so proud of the team and the that we built together, the amount of cooperation that we had together as inter-organizational team, which we met, which we only knew each other at the beginning of that project. We didn't know each other before that.
Bahrain, the Binayat project is the highlight of Bahrain. Bahrain gained a lot of publicity and positioning due to Binayat. Inshallah, one time we'll have a session just for Binayat, Sheikha.
Inshallah. Okay. And the impact of it was inspiring. Alhamdulillah.
Mrs. Lulwa, can you tell us about your work environment, your home environment? How did it empower you? And are you coming across any initiatives at work that focus on women empowerment?
Yes. I will start first with the work environment, since we are here and we have we've talked about it. The beauty in general within the government sector, the Kingdom of Bahrain has set certain frameworks. We have the support of His Majesty, the King, support from His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, and Her Royal Highness, Sheikha Sibicha. They all falls in different aspects within the government work as well as the private sector work, be it for men and women, especially with the development of the committees that were established in the governmental entities and private sectors for the equality committees. A lot used to say when working on the committees, do we need these committees? In my opinion, yes, it created kind of a structure, but at the end of the day, women work similarly to a man, and at the same time, it just created the framework. When I'm talking about IGA, when I first joined, it was a bit of challenging in the beginning because I felt that I was surrounded by only ICT, let's say male dominant, how shall we say it? It was more of, I always used to think that ICT is more focused on men, even when I was in my society, doing my society work. But I was very much surprised that there were so many women who are in this field, and I was actually very inspired from them, that how they started working hand in hand and creating projects and activities. Like sometimes you wonder, and this is how I managed to do my marketing or communications with the public. It was with these women working hand in hand, and my men colleagues, that we started understanding how we communicated to the public, how you work together hand in hand in such environments. It's not something to do with, okay, women are segregated into admin jobs or doctor jobs or engineering jobs. It's for everyone. So this was the beauty about our environment, and that was what I was dreading first when I first entered, but then it was a piece of cake with the support that you have from the leadership. I would like to, through this session, really thank Mr. Mohammed Al and Dr. Zakaria, especially for their support in enhancing our career paths, as well as development within the authority, as well as Dr. Khalid. If it wasn't for them, sometimes I wonder, how would I understand, or how would I continue? It's never a boring moment, to be honest, within the environment. Their support, as well as my other colleagues around me. Through the societies that I've worked with, the NGOs, the private sectors. I've worked with each member that I can see on the screen at the moment. So it is more, digital transformation is a very interesting environment to work in. It's never a boring moment. When it comes to the home environment, I've been blessed with a very supportive mother. And this is where the story came. She never said no to anything when it came to work or my development. Some parents would, to be honest, I did have challenges. My colleagues had challenges before. At that time in the past, a girl working in events management or media was not really appreciated by culture, not as it is now. So if it wasn't for her support and continue to pushing me to do what I'm doing, I would never reach to where I am today. And I also have to thank, apart from my male colleagues who supported me, be it in any of my career paths, and my society members, I consider them as a family, brothers. I was lucky enough to have female support. One of my bosses, up to today, I seek her guidance sometimes in terms of counseling, or if I have a problem at work, or I don't know how to handle things. I still seek my first boss is, I don't know, I think she's with us. I can see her name is Hala Sleiman. I purposely wanted to mention your name. She was my first boss, female boss in Betelco. And I'm very happy to say that I up to today, I receive every support from her, regardless of where I have been or where I reached. So in a nutshell, like any government entity, women are given multiple opportunities to shine. Their needs are addressed. But what I would like to say, there are very many opportunities, but you need to seek the right opportunity for you. Bahrain is offering a huge framework. You have it through Tamkeen. You have courses to learn from. Don't just stick to what you're doing. Through the Information and E-Government Authority, for the young ones who just graduated or looking for a job, there is a technical development program. You can join in. This is an opportunity we never had growing up, whereby you can learn, get a degree, get paid for it, and you might get a chance to get a job in the same place where you're getting your degree from. Bahrain is boasting now with the fintech opportunity, whereby women can easily get into that field through hubs. So in general, the environment I'm working with, one of the reasons why I feel I am pioneering in this industry is because it's changing, it's challenging, it's never a boring moment. So this is how I feel about it.
You are so passionate about your career and your work offline.
Who isn't, Raweya? Who isn't? Who isn't passionate about Bahrain and doing the best for Bahrain? Who isn't?
For that, you are inspiring. And for that, it fits you to be the marketing.
Alhamdulillah.
Dr. Sheikha May, can you tell us about, or can you just, we need your motivation message to Bahraini women to motivate them to join digital transformation sector and to have part in the smart cities initiatives. How can you just inspire women to be part of in these initiatives?
As I mentioned, and my colleague has mentioned, the digital transformation is highly changing and it's disruptive. Digital transformation is also connected to all business sectors. It's not only related to a certain sector. So the opportunities are varied. It's not necessarily that you have to it's not necessarily that if you have like a skill set on dealing with people, then a business analyst could be one of your careers. If you like technology, then you can work in whether it's dealing with service, whether dealing with the development, whether it's dealing with smart cities, whether it's dealing with any kind of any sector that is available. So the opportunities are high. There is a room for creativity, there is a room for innovation, and there's a room also for growth within any sector you choose. So I do encourage them to be part of it, because whatever their passion is, they could develop it, they could be part of it and contribute to it. For example, in smart cities, it would disrupt even the way we live our life within smart cities if smart cities are implemented. So women have an opportunity to include their needs within the new design of those smart cities. Ensure that it is attractive for women. It includes their needs. One of their needs, like let's say, the services that are available within those smart cities are women oriented, so that they have an opportunity, and that opportunity is not only in terms of career, but as well as business opportunities. As I mentioned, disruptive technology gives a lot of opportunities, so they can be part of it. And in terms of opportunities, they could be the opportunities are higher for the newcomers. Whoever comes and grabs those opportunities as early as possible, they will be able to benefit from that. I do encourage them. I'm sure that they would find the best space where they're passionate about and they could contribute through it.
You are inspiring. I hope you, the audience are inspired as me. Lulwa, can you tell us your message to Bahraini women on the occasion of this day, the 1st of December?
My message to all Bahraini women is to go out there, do your best and shine. You are an asset to this amazing country, and you have all the facilities and tools in front of you. Find your passion, have the right attitude, never say never, and you can excel. And one more thing. When you talk about, can I add on something about the digital transformation in terms of having women in digital transformation? When I started the story earlier about the usher part and the society part and the networking part, it is very important to maintain your networking, because yeah, I hope I am an example. I am a graduate of communications and marketing. I had nothing to do with IT. Originally, one thought of studying IT, but just did not have the passion for it. Entered into the marketing and communication world. I am now starting from the usher, moved on to becoming a director in a position that has changed continuously is using digital transformation to change how the infrastructure is working in the country. So you never know where you can be passionate about something and how it can happen. And if you would like to have the technical aspect of it, for example, when you're talking about communications and marketing, now from where I am now, we have created customer satisfaction surveys for the government. We have created for digital transformation. We've created social media policies. We have created, so you have huge potential. A lot of things are changing. There are a lot of tools in the country, so make use of them. Surround yourself with the groups or people that you can learn from. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, dear. Wish you as well. Sheikha Dr. May, what will be your message to Bahraini women on this occasion?
First, I'd like to congratulate them on the occasion of this day, and as my colleague has mentioned, follow your passion, and you have to have persistence and endurance to get the career you choose. And be open to experiences, be open to opportunities. It's fine if you have, as I mentioned, my bachelor's is in computer engineer, but my current field is not computer engineering, it's GIS. So getting open to new opportunities and experiencing different fields of would really help you into knowing where your passion is and growing from there. So be open to different opportunities and experiences.
By this, I finished my questions, and it was a journey. It wasn't a webinar, actually. I really enjoyed it. We've been exposed to the journey of your lives and the main stops in your journey of life. We'll open the floor for questions from the audience. تفضل الشيخ دكتورة فاي.
Thank you very much, مشكورة دكتورة راوية Mohammed, for running this panel in a lovely way. صراحة يعني I must say I know الشيخة دكتورة May, I know Lulwa for a very long time, but this is the first time that I hear them talking about their journey in such a way. فيعني thank you. You are both an inspiration to Bahraini women في التكنولوجي sector. كل المشاريع اللي عملتوا عليها، كل التطوير اللي عملتوا عليه للمملكة، اللي يعني الشعب البحريني يلمس كل جهودكم اللي انتم تعملون عليها في IGA. فصراحة to see that this is led by women, Bahraini women who has gone through, you know, the ups and downs of getting into the ladder and their career, to hear your journey, your struggles, your inspirations from your family. صراحة أنا to me was an inspiring thing to hear. فأنا بأسأل سؤال واحد بس، يعني إذا تسمحون لي تنتيناتكم يعني يمكن تجاوبون عليه. يعني what would you say today to a young 10-year-old kid, female في البحرين, to inspire her to reach where you are now? If I put it another way, what would you say to yourself when you were 10-year-old? That's my question.
Who will go first?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Never say I can't. Never. And I'm not gonna lie, I've said it more than once. I wanted to quit, but I just say it. You need to be stubborn. Women have certain traits that we all have. Let's not lie. We're kids, we're mothers, we're teenagers. We have a certain trait. احنا عنيدين نسوي اللي في راسنا. خلينا نكون واضحين يعني وحليوين لكن. But never say you can't, and you will do it. Always go for it. Even if you fail, just go for it.
I would like to say the same as well. Everything is possible. Whatever you dream of, everything is possible. Even if it's not possible today, within a day, anything can change. You need to persist. If you have a goal or a certain dream in your life, don't change that dream because you can't, but change the way to reach it. There are different ways of reaching that dream. You could change that, but don't change the dream unless you find a better dream.
Thank you very
Well
much.
said. Thank you. Well said.
Advices. I'll be taking over from Dr. Raweya. My name is Dr. Nihal Marbati, and I was really inspired with all your speeches and messages that you've sent. I would like to open the floor and take the questions from Dr. Aisha Bushagat. Dr. Aisha, if you may open your mic and raise your question, please.
مساكم الله بالخير جميعا.
بالنور والسرور
بالنور والسرور.
وكل عام وانتم بخير.
بخير سلامة.
To begin, I can never ask a question like Dr. Sheikha Faye. Whenever I was a presenter or a speaker, I always pray to God that she's not the moderator because of her questions. It was very inspirational. It was very insightful. I enjoyed every moment, and this does not happen in every seminar. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
My question is actually from two perspectives. One perspective is related to the changes, and the other is to work and life balance. Can you please just shed a light on how you managed between work and life? I know you both, mashallah, are advocates in digital transformation. So can you shed the light on your journey when it comes to work and life balance?
Shall we start with you, Dr. May?
Yes, I would like to emphasize maybe the work and life balance is not only about time, but the value of the time that you spend at every, let's say, part of your life. Having a valuable time with the family is more important than the amount of time you have with them. I think my priority for me was family and work, and then the broader, let's say, boundaries of my life. Throughout my career, I've worked at 2006, and then later on I've went for my master's. My master's was after working hours, so that was also a time where I had, at some parts of my life, I had to spend less hours within family, but the value of the time I spent with my family was important, as well as during my PhD as well. So to me, the value of the time is spent with family, and as much as possible time is spent with the family is a higher priority. Making sure that I also give my work the value of time. The support I got from my family has also helped me into achieving this balance. And after that, the circle of friends, the circle of the extended family as well is given. To me, the priority was work and family at the first level. That helped me in achieving that.
Thank you so much for your answer. We are moving now to Ms. Lulwa. Mike is yours.
Yeah. It's a very interesting question. I would like to add on to what Sheikha May mentioned. In the beginning, I'm not going to lie, I was a very career-oriented woman. I don't know why, but it made me strive. I don't know. I think it was my upbringing. I'm an only child. I got bored at home. I don't know what it was, but to me, doing something, be it working or joining a society, doing a charitable activity, this brought life to me. And I was very fortunate that when I got my jobs, starting in the career of communications and marketing, communication is not a 7 to 3 job or not a 7 to 4 job. It's a 24-hour job. So I kind of trained myself to having a busy schedule, having a busy life, yet enjoying it. Yet I have the time for, yes, I was career-oriented. I had the time to do what I wanted to do, yet I worked hard, I played harder. So I used to have my friends, I had my circle, I had spent time with my family. After getting married as well, I was fortunate enough that my husband spent the same working hours as I did, but I know that does not always happen. But I managed to create a balance, and I'm very fortunate that he's also very understanding. So this is, it's not, I mean, in your life, it's not every day. If you don't have much to do in the beginning of your career, yes, my advice is to you is, yes, be workaholic, as they call you. You know, they want to call it workaholic, but you're enjoying it, you're giving. So
Yes.
it is a passion, it is not about the salary. And this is what I enjoyed. And to me, this was my life and my balance, and it made me happy. Family, as Sheikh Hamay mentioned, is the number one priority. And I always say it even to my team members here. If we have a project, if we have work, if we have whatever it is, no matter what happens, family comes first. Drop everything. You have a team to support you. Do what you need to do with family. So you have to have that sense, because you don't live to work. And vice versa. You live to work and to enjoy life and to maintain a balance. So this is how I kind of maintained it. I know it's a 24-hour job. I will be dedicated, but I will have my you need to delegate at times. You need to know when, okay, you know that weekend you're not going to be working. You treat yourself. So this is my advice and hints and tips on how I used to manage the balance.
I would like to add something as well. As my colleague has mentioned, delegation. Delegation is very important. It gives you time to spend some time with the family, and it as well as helps you build the second, let's say, the second level of leadership. Yeah, that helps you build your team as well. Have some independence within that time. So it's also a good opportunity for doing that and ensuring that the knowledge is transferred to the team you have.
And if I may add to this part as well, you spend as much as time with your family as you do with your colleagues. You need to build a network of another family here. So sometimes you need to take care of this family that you have in the office. So if you have this balance between home and work, you have support from your, let's say, spouse or your parents or whoever it is, you are very lucky. But at the same, some are not as lucky as that. So I learned this from my mom, actually. She once told me that it is okay to ask for help. You know, we women want to do everything by ourselves. So it is okay. It's not wrong. You're not undermining your authority, but sometimes you need help. It is not an embarrassment to ask for it. So again, also for your own mental health, it's sometimes good to seek assistance.
Needed. Thank you so much for these amazing answers. We have 3 minutes on the clock, and I'm just raising the question again if we have any other question, or shall I conclude? I think
Abu Ali was raising his hand to ask a question.
Ustad Ahmed, would you like to? Yes.
أنا رفعت يدي وكلمت بعدين.
You have 2 minutes, أبو علي.
بس حبيت أشكركم يعني على يعني ندوة اليوم الجميلة. ونسمع القصص الملهمة من سيدات مميزات يعني. ويعني وجودي اليوم يمكن نسمع الجزء الثاني، الجزء الآخر من القصة اللي احنا نشوف نتائج. اي نعم، ما نشوف الأعمال اللي behind the scenes. وكفوا عليهم جميعا يعني كل النساء العاملات يعني، خصوصا they manage home, they manage family, they manage الشغل, they manage واللي أسوأ من ذي كلها they manage ريايل مدراءهم. يعني هذا اللي أصعب شيء في الموضوع. الله يعطيكم العافية ومشكورين جدا على هذه اليوم المعلومات اللي أعطيتوني إياها والقصص الملهمة اللي ذكرتوها. شكرا.
Thank you so much.
So much, Ali, and thank you for our lovely speakers. We've learned a lot, and you've been an inspiring people to look at. Inshallah, we'll try our best to spread the messages that you tried to take from your position. And thank you so much, and hope to see you, inshallah, in future events. يعطيكم العافية both Dr. Sheikha May and Ustadha Lulwa for joining us here.
مشكورين ما قصرتوا. Thank you so much.
مشكورين وما قصرتوا. يعطيكم العافية.
الله
يعافيكم. يعطيكم العافية. مشكورين.
شكرا جزيلا. نشوفكم على خير إن شاء الله في لقاءات أخرى للجمعية بإذن الله. وإن شاء الله يعني we will get this video edited and sent around, and we will send you the copy إن شاء الله بعد to send it around in your circles. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Conclude?
Yes, group photo.
Group photo time it is. If I may ask all the people in the audience to switch off their camera or switch on their camera for a group photo in my count. 1, 2.
عاد وأهليهم دكتورة.
أيوة.
وأهليهم بطلوا الكاميرا.
بقى دقيقة.
For anyone who would like to. يلا أوكي.
يلا أوكي. 1, 2, 3. One more. Anyone? Going once, twice, 3. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.
يعطيكم العافية ونشوفكم على خير إن شاء الله. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
مشكورين.